Hey family, we're back on Rev Terry Speaks. Just wanted to take some time. I know we've been going over some of the 7 words of Our Brothers Garden Management Services and the 3 principles of Reverend Terry: time management, consistency, and faith. I know I have yet to finish all the 7 words. I know we went through accountability, respect, choices. I think we did a couple more. I just can't remember it right now. But today I just want to talk about one of Reverend Terry's, my words that I love, time management, consistency, and respect. I'm going to deal with time management today. I just got to be just so real with this time management that some of the stereotypes that I've heard, never had an issue in my life, but this CP time, which they say is called colored people time, fashionably late time, all these things that we make these, I don't know if we make them or we make society use them and we just go along with it, but affects our lives, affects our ability of what we can accomplish by not being on time. It ain't funny, and especially once you get grown, it ain't cute to be late for job appointments, late for your job, late for your events that you're supposed to be at, your responsibilities that you're supposed to have, which is one of the 7 words. We got to do better, and I want to change that CP because I don't like us being labeled with colored people time. Now, I don't know. It means, I guess, everybody with color, because that could be anybody, because it just can't be black. But they try to make it just that black folks can't be on time. Yes, we can. And I think we got to take that more seriously on being on time, because we are losing opportunities. Now, I know many of y'all heard the early bird catches the worm, and most people don't understand what that even means. It really just means that when you are there, you got better opportunities of getting what's coming. I always tell people, if you're on time, you're late. If you're 15 minutes before, you're on time. If you're 30 minutes before, you are early. Let's say that again. If you're on time, you're late. If you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. If you're 30 minutes early, you're early. Because the point is that you want to take time to make sure that when you come into a place, you can get your mind together. You're not rushing. You're not sweating. You can be able to get yourself comfortable and then be able to go maybe over whatever you want to say in your presentation that you're giving. But you walking into a place all huffing and puffing from the train or to the whatever the ride that you got to get there, and then get there and think that you're giving your best, you're not. And those who are around know that, because there's unpreparedness by being late. And I understand that there are things that happen, but guess what? That's where they came up with this road rage nonsense. Why was people mad on the road and honking and wanting to do all kind of violence to each other? It's because you was not on time. Now you mad because there's traffic. Well, if you was early, you'd be like, all right, well, this is something that happened, but I got time because I'm an hour early and I'm going to get in there at least 30 minutes before the time I'm going to be there. So I just am so at a point in my life with people making excuses. And I'm talking about anybody. I ain't even talking about colors right now. About being late. Now, first of all, with me, if you're late, then you don't even need to show up, because I just ain't going to be dealing with you at all. That's just me personally. I need people on time. I don't even want to function with even my own friends, and that's probably why I have very limited friends. Because that lateness stuff, or we want to go out, that's why I don't do it. Because my time is important. Very important. They say, they talk about money is time and time is money. Yeah, I believe all that too, but just my time, period. We do not know the hour, nor the minute, nor the second that we might leave this earth. So time is very important, that I get to do the work that I need to do in the time that I'm doing it. I want us to really start thinking about making this a serious priority, about being on time, about respecting other people's time. Because most of the time when you're doing what you're doing, you're not respecting the person that you're going to be meeting, the business that you get ready to go maybe give a presentation to, or the audience that you're waiting for you to be there. Because this is a stars problem. This is a lot of the people, when you talk about in social media, they're going to wait for me. Well, no, I will not wait for you. And actually, I want my money back if I paid a ticket for you. And that's most times why I don't pay tickets for stuff. Because the simple fact is, I don't play that time thing. If I heard that you're a late person to start your show, I don't need to see your show. Because you don't respect me. And this is all about, I tell people, it's not about, when I talk about respect, really respect yourself. Don't let nobody abuse you, use your time, make excuses, and they do it all the time. It's not like, it's once in a while. It's some folks just do it all the time and always want to say sorry. Sorry is not a sorry no more after you done said it a couple of times. It's really just you being disrespectful. And I know probably people are like, that ain't the truth. This, that, and the other. Let me tell you like this. If you care about somebody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions, you would be on time. You will not make these excuses that you make constantly. My dress, my clothes, this, that. First of all, you're supposed to prepare. Now, we're going to talk about preparation, because time management is all about preparation, really. Me, I'm a prepare for anything that I'm doing probably a week in advance of what I have to do. If I have something on a Monday, I will be preparing the Monday before. Now, I don't have to go extensive depending on what it is, but I'm going to prepare to make sure that my clothes is right that I got to wear. Am I driving? Am I Ubering? Am I having whatever my transportation is going to be to get there? How long does it normally take? If it's traffic hours, is it regular hours? All these things is something that you prepare for to be on time. It's called time management. My 3 principles, one of the greatest things about success in life. I saw by being on time and doing things, even though I was already just really born this way in certain aspects because of my grandmother and my mother and my father. I can't leave my father out because they knew about time. They taught me about time by them getting up, going to work. They showed me by examples of what time was. And then they instilled it in me in a certain way where you got to get up, you got to be prepared, and I don't want you late for this, that, and the other. Yeah, but I watched them more than I listened to them, believe me. And when I could see that my father, my mother, 4 o'clock, boom, 5 o'clock out, boom, my father, before he goes to work, dropped my mother at the train station right there so she can get on one train, go straight to work. Boom, my father shoots on the highway, This is what I saw. This is how I was taught, raised. And I get it. A lot of us maybe have not received that in our own parent. But that doesn't mean that you got the right to be disrespectful on your time management skills. I need you to change your life and your thought patterns today. I need a mindset change. Because when we talk about what's going on in this world, one of the biggest things that people do really not want to talk about is your time management skills. Why are we not being successful in our businesses? Why is the barber shop wants to open up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because they feel like, you got an appointment? There's people that want to come at 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock, but you won't take their appointment because now I'm on appointment, but you charge me $100. I ain't been in a barbershop in 20 years. I'm just going to let y'all know this now. If something changed, y'all come back and tell me and shoot me with a DM. Don't hurt me. But I'm going to tell you something. I was so happy when I was able to cut all my hair off because my barber, even though I had a schedule, if somebody was in the chair and I walked in there and they were supposed to be in this, I'd be like, yo, dude, my time is important. I will leave. Straight up, like, yo, forget it. I'm done, man. I'm not waiting a half an hour to get my hair done. And I'm just wondering, in this day and time, how is that working for you? How is you keeping your job working for you? Are you coming in late? Are you getting written up? How is it that are you being successful if you're an entrepreneur or you starting your own business? Are you doing yourself on a schedule that's reality schedule? You know, well, I'm an afternoon person. Well, I tell all my young mentees, if you can't get up in the morning, go ahead and get you an afternoon and night job because that's your body pattern. But the reality of it all is that we still have to manage that time. We're doing too much of nothing and then complaining about everything. And we're the problem by not just being on time. We have a daily routine that teaches us from a child what time you have to be in school, what time you get dismissed. Same thing from that is going over to college. When you're taking classes are so different in time, but you got to be on time, and then you don't make that time. You slept through that class. You failed that class. Now it's costing you money, right? Now it's money costing, right? Because time is money. And now you're losing money because you didn't make that class. Now you failed that class. You need it for that degree. You got to take it again. Now you got a job. The job tells you what the time is. You agree on the job, and now you start being late. You got 9,000 excuses. You know, it's just like almost in school. You got the cat and the dog that messed up my homework type stories. You know, family emergency, grandma. You done got about like 10 grandmas. You know what I'm saying? And then the job eventually gets rid of you, and you be like, oh, why they gonna fire me? I'm the best worker there. Now, you might be a great worker. But guess what? You're not that great if you're not on time. Think about it. What would you want if you was a boss and you was running a company and you want to be successful? What would you want most importantly out of anything else? You would want your people in the office or on their computer on time. Because time is money. I know sometimes we look at things and we take it for granted. And I'm doing this video really to just ask you this question. Let's just stop. Let's just take a minute about time. How the day starts and how the day ends. How much have you accomplished in that time? Did you manage your time? Did you write a schedule to understand, like, you know what, I want to do this today, that today, and did you complete those tasks? And if you did complete those tasks, did you work on it the next day that you completed it? Or maybe you had to shorten some things because maybe you can't do all that in the 8 or 10 or 12 hours that you was picking in that time. That's called time management. You can manage your time by you setting a schedule up to know what you're going to be doing through that day to make your day successful to the things that you need to accomplish. One of the greatest things me learning growing up from my parents, watching my mother work for a bank and seeing her, you know, open the bank. She was the first person in. I remember when I was out of school, she used to take me, and I always say, Mom, ain't nobody here. And there don't be nobody for the next 3 hours. My mother would be in there, like, we'd be in there like 7 in the morning. Bank don't open up to 9 a.m. And I'm like, why are we here? But my mother was the one who made sure everything was being done and set up for when they came in that door. And then you saw people start rolling in 8:30. 8:45, 8:50, 8:55. And then there was those people came like, yo, literally like 8:59 before 9 o'clock. Now they got to get their drawer, they got to get set up, and they rushing. And I looked at them, I was like, they all discombobulated, they sweating, they nervous. I'm like, but if you'd have just came 15 minutes, you'd have been on time. 30 minutes, you would have been early. Why we don't do that? That fashionably late stuff is like really out the window. You going to a party, you want to be fashionable late. Hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. They told you the party's from whatever time to whatever time, and you don't want to get there to midnight because you want to be the center of stuff. That's a party. But in business, we don't do that. We work together in business to make sure we all flourish. And if you so self-centered that you think that you can just walk in the door and the world stops, I'm letting you know right now, it is really not reality. Nah, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings about this. I'm just saying it's not a reality. And believe me, if nobody ain't told you this yet, your friends, the job, they're looking at you. And they're starting to see that you got a pattern with this time thing. You're not going to get invited, and you're not getting many promotions for anything, regardless of how good you are at your job. Time management. Time management. Time management. Please get rid of the CP time, color people time, fashionably late time. All these scenarios of sayings that we use in our communities, let's get rid of it. Let's be that person. When we show up, it's either early or right on time, because that means we're there 15 minutes before time. I think this is like a wake-up call with all the things that's happening in this world, where understanding just the history of our people and the false narratives that people try to just portray with colored people, of our contributions to the world, like it doesn't mean nothing. No, it means a lot, because we are not CP time people. We know how to be on time before time and before that time. We have successful people out here doing it every day, but we need more of us. And I might be talking to you, and I might not be talking to you. Maybe you are a person that you always before the time, you're there waiting, whatever it is, before the clock get there. So then this ain't for you, so don't get mad at me then. But this is for those folks that I'm telling you right now that you always late. Bringing the mashed potatoes, the potato salad, and hopefully you ain't put them raisins in it, but I'm just saying, you always late. Stop being late, bringing stuff, the soda, the ice, and then want to give us 9,000 excuses. Yeah, we be like, Usually what we say is, don't you bring it no more. Please take them off the list. That's the real factors here. We're tired of folks being late. Nobody's saying it to you. Grandma probably has. Mama might have said it. But nobody's siblings, nobody's telling you that, you know what? I don't care how cute you are when you walk in the door. When you late, you ugly to us. Because now you had disrespected us on being where you supposed to be, and you got responsibilities. You supposed to be bringing something we want to eat. Thanksgiving dinner is not supposed to wait on you bringing the stuffing. Now we got to start our dinner without the stuffing, and we got to wait till you get there. Now we done ate everything else that we wanted to eat. Now we got to try your stuffing. Probably ain't even tasting good because you was late. That means when you even cooked the food, you probably was late watching what you was doing. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be a little honest with you right now. Understand, being late is not sexy. It's not cute. And we don't receive it that way. Nobody said it yet. Let me say it again. Being late It's not sexy. It's not cute. It's disrespectful. It's not honoring the people that you so about, you care about and you love, showing them that. Yes, there's things that happen, incidents, maybe a flat tire, this, that, but not every time. Why are you always late? Why are you never on time? Why we gotta call you to see if you're on your way? And don't keep telling me, well, something happened. Guess what? Then start early. Because now you know you a flat tire, emergency phone call from the job person. Start early. Matter of fact, you get there early. So when they call you, you already there. And if you got to leave, you can leave. But guess what? Everything you're supposed to bring to the party is there. All right. I'm going to get off this time management. I just built Rev Terry. It was a word that God has given me. Time management, consistency, and faith. And time management is so important to me. I don't know if it is to you, but to me it's so important because it built the success of my business. Because people hired me not only for the skills, which is a great thing. You got the skills, they want you. But you know what they say? You always there early, an hour early, making sure even things that I had to do for myself for the business or for them, I was there early enough to get rid of things that might have been a conflict of messing with our performance or whatever the presentation that day was that we was giving to the residents, to the community, to the political people, where we were speaking at. I always wanted to be early, not just for myself, but to be a servant to others, to help them, to make sure that everything worked out, that we had a successful event. I want you to be successful. I want you to be all you can be. And I am guaranteeing, I don't guarantee much, but these 3 principles is my guarantee. If you have time management, let me say it one more time now. If you have time management, let me just do for the Father, the Son, and now here go for the Holy Ghost. If you got time management, you will watch how your life will change and how the people that you're doing business and your friendships will change because they will be able to rely on you because they know that you respect your time. So that means you're respecting their time. I'm going to end this now. I hope it helps somebody. If it doesn't, I apologize for wasting your time. But I just believe that if you implement time management into your life, you will see a remarkable change in things that you touch in life that you want to succeed. I thank you. I pray for you. And God bless you. Keep the faith. Take care.